Welcome back. So today I wanted to show you what I am updating on my studio, and I wanted to let you know that I've started a clay store for myself. I wanted to do this for a really long time. I had been working on resin, like I did the resin work 2 years ago. So I wanted to give a try on clay because clay is something that feels very therapeutic, and I wanted to give that a go for a really long time, and I have been like pushing that work for a very long time. So I just thought I should tell you what I'm working on currently, and I wanted to update you guys because it's been a long time since I did a studio vlog sort of thing. So yeah, this is me doing a vlog at night because I am leaving tomorrow, just to tell you what I am doing currently and what all things I have on my store. And before starting with that, I wanted to tell you what I have been using, which clay I've been using, which tools I use. So yeah, stay tuned for that and I'll let you know. I wanted to try using clay, and for that I feel air dry clay is much environment friendly and easy to work with. If you are starting out with clay, I would say go for air dry clay instead of polymer clay. Polymer clay actually needs heat to like to set it, but air dry clay sets just by coming in contact with air. So this is the clay currently which I'm using. This is Jovi air dry clay, and you have to actually keep it in like a airtight container. I use this like takeaway container for keeping it away from air. So this is how you can use, like these are pretty sturdy and they don't catch air inside, so it you can use those. And recently I bought a clay roller because I was using like this tool. Let me just show you. If you are not like if you are doing clay work just for fun, use don't buy a big roller. You can use the rollers that you have, that you get in these wooden set. For the longest, like for like I would say first week I did use this one. Yeah, this one, this clay tool for rolling out my clay. Using this part, I used to roll the clay using that because I used to work with small quantity of clay, because air dry clay tends to, if you keep them for a longer time, or if you use a huge amount of clay slab and just try to make multiple things and keep the clay on your table, it will dry up, it will chip off. So better take small quantity of air dry clay, use it up, make the thing which you want to make, and then go with other piece. I've seen many YouTube videos where people roll out huge sheets of clay and they work with it, and that tends to make your pieces drier. The more your clay comes in contact with the air, it will dry, it will become crumbly. So better take small pieces, make the charm or the magnet and keep it aside. Then take another piece of clay, work with it, make the thing which you want to make, and then so on and so forth. If you are making a trinket tray, I would say you have to roll out a huge piece of clay. You have to use a big amount of clay, so you have to use this roller. This is, I got the roller from the Oitra website. It is much cheaper there. If you go on Amazon, you won't find it that cheap. So yeah, this is a very nice, you can see it's a very thick roller, and it's very smooth. It's not at all heavy. It looks like glass, but it is actually made of acrylic, so it's easier to roll out clay. I would say go for this. And you can use two scale like this, or you can use wooden, like those wooden panels you get on wooden store. Like keep those wooden panels on the side and then roll your clay so that you get an even thickness of clay. I have seen people like use 10 mm 1 centimeter thickness clay. That is the standard size you should roll out the clay, because air dry clay usually tend to like chip off if you don't make it properly, or like tend to break. So the thickness should be there. The the tools which I use for my clay. Let's move on to that. So this is the tool which I use. These are the basic tools, like you can get it anywhere. I'll link the clay tool below. So I got them from Amazon, and these are like, the wood is like pretty smooth, it's not like crumbly or rough. It's very nice. This is great for making bigger pieces. This is great for making your fridge magnets and bigger charms. Then coming to the next tool which I use, and I've seen many people use it, and that's my advice. Go for, like, type in clay tool. So this is actually like a nail tool, I would say. So this has like a ball roller tip on this end of different sizes, and this part is like a silicone tip of different sizes. So this is how it comes in. You can see there are like different sort of silicone brushes. This side can be used for like joining your clay pieces together, and yeah, roller ball side you can use it for like, yeah, same thing, for finishing, giving finishing touches, for adding the eyeballs of your clay structures, or adding tiny pieces to your clay. You can pick any piece, small piece of clay using the roller ball tip. It's very nice. I like using it, and I like keeping them clean because it is how it works. And this is another thing I got from the Oitra website, Dozen. I wanted to give this air dry clay a try. And I have some other plastic tools which I got from my niece or cousin, or whatever you can call them. Yeah, so this is, so I got these from a kid in my family. So these are like plastic tools. These do come in handy. Don't like underestimate them. They are really nice. You can work with them if you don't want to spend much in clay tools. I would say go for things you have around, lying around in your home. And for the longest, I don't use X-Acto knife. I have some knives lying around, so I use that. And you can use this stainless steel ruler for cutting out pieces of clay, a block of clay. Like, it's pretty sharp, you can cut it. So, and another thing which this doesn't come on the tool, this is a glazing thing. So this is the glaze which I use. I was a resin artist earlier. I did use resin a lot, but it is very messy to work with. I used to use the uh, non-UV resin. So yeah, that is very expensive. UV resin is very expensive and very messy to work with, and it makes your charm very nice and glazy. But I would and some people do react to, some people have that reaction when they come in contact with resin. So I didn't want to make my working process lengthy and messy. So yeah, that's the reason why I went for this one. This works and gives the shine to your clay pieces just like resin. So yeah, this is the Mount Marte Glossy Clay Varnish, and I have some things to share about this varnish. I'll do that in a later video, but for now I want to show you the pieces which I made recently. And if you want to see like more close-up pieces or shop the pieces which I made, you can go and shop. I'll put the link below. So these are the magnets which I made recently. Yeah, I painted them with clay. This actually looks very lighter on camera, but it's like a bit darker pink. And yeah, I made like a clay magnet. These are like really nice, like pretty big in size. So yeah, they come in pairs. So there's star and moon. They're like very quirky. This is a sleepy moon and a star. I really like these, and you can see how shiny it is. Like you can see how reflective the star is. It's very shiny, pretty shiny. I'll show you a clip somewhere. So this is the bread and avocado pair. It's, you can see it's very shiny. And yeah, so So this is the bread and avocado, strawberry and apple, mushroom and frog. I really love them. These are like the prettiest. And I had one soju and another one that got sold off, so I don't have it right now with me, but I'll put a picture somewhere. Those clay magnets actually look like they won't be using a lot of clay, but I did use up like almost 250 gram of clay in that. So yeah, they use up a lot of clay, and I think you should give them a try. Like clay magnets are something which anyone could try. It actually is very useful and functional thing to have in your home. And yeah, you can stick them around in your wardrobe, on your fridge. I have the clay magnets on my store, you can check them out. And yeah, you can check them out. I will be putting out some new creations which I've made. Let me show you. Before checking out, I want to just show you what is coming up in my store, because I wanted to make gacha keychains, and they won't be remade because these are like pretty difficult to restock, the beads and charms. And you can see, and they actually look like fruit boxes. You can see there. So these are like little bag charms, and yeah, you can put them onto your bag. Like they're pretty nice pieces. These are like Japanese, authentic Japanese gacha. I'll flip the camera and show you. So this is the first jelly piece which I have. It's a very pretty piece, and it would look really pretty on your bag. And these won't be remade. These are like bag charms, and you just have to like use this. You can also like clip this on to your keychains, and it would be like a nice keychain. Or you can clip this on your pencil box, you can clip this on your bag, on anything you want. Made this simpler one. It's ice cream themed and it's very pink. And yeah, these beads and these are like pretty unique to every piece, and they usually are pretty difficult to source. So yeah, that's the reason why I won't be restocking it. So whenever I launch it, if you want it, you can get it. And it's, I love them. I really love each and every piece I've made. And yeah, so you can go and shop from my store. This is sort of a sneak peek. I will be making some more after I come back. Is the jelly. This is sort of a transparent jelly, and these are authentic. Gacha is basically like real looking food they make in Japan, and it's pretty much available there, not in India. And yeah, you can see those nice realistic soju bottle and those charms and that kitty. So I really love them. They look very pretty. They would actually look very pretty. So you can see they look like realistic grapefruit packed, and that's the charm. I wanted to do like a nice monochrome look, purple with a nice pop of orange color on the keychain. I really love the color combination I've made this time. So far, this is one of my favorites. This is like a Skippy bread. It's quite famous in the US. And yeah, I really love the soda bottle. Yeah, this is another piece which I really love. A really nice piece of back charm I have. This is a sort of a phone charm. You can add it to your camera, bag, mobile phones. This is a peach phone charm. I really love this one. This is a very pretty piece. This looks very pretty. You can like add it to your phone, bag, camera. This looks very pretty on camera, like the place where you have the thread of the camera. There you can add to make it more pretty. And this is another phone charm, back charm, whatever you call it, phone charm, which you can use on your turned out. I can remake them, but usually the beats and the charms are difficult to source. So probably there won't be a remake. So buy them before they run out of stock. Yeah, these are very pretty pieces. This is sort of a French fry and MacD tomato ketchup. So yeah, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Till then, keep a lookout for my store. I'll be updating you on the latest back charms and clay creations I make. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.